What's up everyone? I have a 5 Crocodile victory for us today, and fun fact for all the newcomers, this was, I believe, my first ever 5 of a kind. Not this one in particular, but the 5 of a kind Crocodile in general. And yeah, I'm super happy to show it to you today. It's always super satisfying to pull off, especially if you're going up against summon teams. And it's also like scraping the bottom of my backlog. This run is from like September 2023, I believe. I'm trying to empty it out for the Unicorn pack release. So yeah, I guess we will have to watch through it blindly together and see how it goes. For now, I think this is a pretty decent start. Triple mouse, and I believe this is the old version of mouse that was stocking a free apple instead of replacing the shop with it. I don't think it's going to matter right now, but it's still a pretty nice detail. Like back in September you could do the AFK challenge pretty easily. Nowadays maybe not so much. You can also see camo being broken, it still gives +2/+2. Currently I believe it gives +1/+2, but don't quote me on that, I'm not a turtle pack professional. But yeah, pretty decent start. We have a 5/8 camo on turn 3. Giving +2/+2 to the giraffe behind it, so I think we'll be okay. But actually not really, because our opponent also has a camo, so we end up losing right there. But we are set up super nicely for the future. I'm even feeling so confident that I'm going to pick up double worm right here, just because I believe the camo is going to be strong enough that it's going to clear the entire enemy team by itself, with the help of the buffs from the giraffe as well, obviously. Once again, another camo enjoyer in the opponent team, and we actually do end up drawing right there, so our greed did pay off. We are going to start with a double apple, and also we find a garlic, but I'm going to freeze all of these hoping to find a rabbit, and thankfully we do find it. So each of the apples is going to give us +1/+2, and the garlic is also going to give us 1 HP, so this camo is about to become massive. I'm probably trying to math stuff out right here. Why would I give the apple to the worm though? I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm trolling. Maybe I'm trying to go for 5 of a kind worm, but I think eventually I will come to my senses and start buffing the camo. Yup. We also have the perfect amount of gold to buy all of the 3 foods. We're also setting up pretty nicely for a level up on turn 7, which can hopefully be the first crocodile of the video. For the time being though, we are going to win super easily. You have a big camo with garlic and the opponent doesn't, so it's just GG's from there. We're going to even scale it up even further. At this point I believe not even a skunk is going to be strong enough for us to lose. But let's see, maybe our opponent proves us wrong. Let's take a look. Yet another camo user, this time with an elephant as well, but their stats are so small that we end up winning easily regardless. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the level up right now. Maybe we even get lucky and get a level up on the camo as well. And yeah, as we predicted, it is the first crocodile of the video. But I guess you could have also taken turkey right there, just anticipating a pivot into multiple crocs. For now though, I think I'm pretty happy with picking up the croc and giving it the apples. The camo is pretty soon going to outlive its usefulness, so I want to stop investing in it. And sadly we do lose as a result. Maybe if we had scaled up the camo we would have won there. Doesn't really matter though, as we take our second level up of the turn, and it is another crocodile. So yeah, I think we're going to sell the rabbit for it, either that or the worm. Yup, rabbit goes. Giraffe is going to be buffing both of them. First in position crocodile already a 16/16, which is super good. For crocodiles, curiously enough, you have several options of how you want to go about this. Like, do you want multiple levels on the crocodiles, or do you want a bunch of big level 1 crocodiles? I think both strategies are viable, but at the time of recording I believe the food meta was starting to bloom even more than it already has, so Yeah, less summons means you want less levels on the crocodiles and instead more stats, so that's what we'll be focusing on. After we take a level pretty soon on the camel, hopefully, we should find some way of scaling. For tier 6 you have several options. You have the cat, you have the dragon, a lot of good stuff you can find. Do I want to combine the crocs right here? I guess not. Exactly because of this, because when we find the dragon you want to have 3 crocodiles immediately to start scaling up. And yeah, I think we're going to start immediately. I don't even think it's a problem for us to bring in the cricket this turn, but instead we decided to roll. No big deal, I think we're going to be winning. Actually, it is kind of fiffy. We did make a big pivot, but I think we have it in us to win, and thankfully we do. Crocodile, you can see proving its usefulness with its overpowered ability. It's not really overpowered, but when you stack like level 7 in total of crocodiles together, it can be pretty devastating for the opponent. But yeah, for the meantime, we are going to be buying tier 1s. We're going to be buying cows as well. They are about equal to each other in value. We find the 4th crocodile as well, and actually just the perfect shop basically. We even found 3 tier 1s as well, which I think on any given row, on average you're going to find like a single tier 1 unit, so finding 3 of them in a single row is actually just insane. But yeah, if we're going to be scaling up, of course we want the melon on the 2 biggest units. And yeah, this crocodile in the shop is not going to come in until the very end, and that is because if we bring in it, then we can't scale with the dragon anymore because we need a space open for the tier 1s. And you can see already the melon proving its usefulness. It gets us the victory right there. Also a very curious situation where the crocodile snipe an opposing badger and the badger helps us out wipe their entire team, which you always love to see, obviously. But yeah, I think we're going to be fine from here. The main issue is going to be honestly finding the last crocodile. We still have 4 victories left to go, so we do have some time to find it, but I should start considering crawling more aggressively pretty soon just to find it. For now, I think scaling up is the correct decision because, as you can see, we did win there only because we had melon and they didn't, so it's obvious that we need more stats. We're going to continue scaling. Finding a pay, very nice. You can see the 1 average tier 1 per row, even though we are a little bit nerd with our frozen shop slot. But yeah, we continue fighting them, which is super lucky. Ideally we would want a level 2 dragon for twice as quick scaling, but we don't really have that option. Thankfully we win though, so I think we're not even going to bother with a level 2 dragon at this point. We're just going to push for the victory pretty soon, getting some final bit of scaling. Maybe I think on this turn I'm going to bring up the crocodile. Yup. And start rolling aggressively for the last one. Of course, cows are also pretty good, but I want all the open slots I can have, so yup. And yeah, we do finally find the final crocodile, so yeah, we're going to make the final transition next turn, but for now hopefully we do win. If we lose, it's going to start looking very scary, but thankfully they have multiple small units with stake at the back that we get to destroy. So yeah, I believe this is going to be the final round. Pretty curious how we want to play this. I don't think I want the cow because it's going to delete the stake, so instead we take the stake and we position accordingly. And yeah, this is going to be the run. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.